folks. It's 5:40 a.m. on the 9th day, 1st month, 2023. And something's making a noise. Yeah, something appears on my table's doing a rattling, and I don't want it in the video. I think I get it. Right. Long reach. This is you guys on Tuesday. I'm going to fit something in here that's rather disturbing me, too. Something's still making a noise. Sorry. When you get noises on a table in a video, it makes things detrimental. Okay, I see what it is. It's in the stand. Yeah, something freaky up here. I'm real sorry about this kind of interruption, but I'm not sorry to fix sound quality in the beginning. Right. Something is rattling. That's good enough. Okay. Right. Good news, bad news? Right. The Kimberly is it's going to get another batch here. I'm going to get much for 10 days. But the main action is coming over the next few days. It's going to start right about there. Yeah, it's arc time. Right. Get your arc ready. Yeah, you got a little time before they're going to spring up and on. Up and on, up and on, and then deluge. Right. And I'll show you the chem that's been deployed. I'll show you, whatever the one is that puts my eyeballs on. But a big concern is the beam that has turned the tropics south again. Right about here, it's going to work its way through, and it's going to smack you again. And you're not 100% sure which direction they're going to bring it. Whether it's going to come down here into this and over here after, right about somewhere around here. They're bringing in a real heavy batch. Some tendrils are going to come across, and they're going to impact this area again. It's bothering me, of course, when I see this part of Australia once again targeted for geoengineered storms. And you're going to get a significant amount again. It's the double dose. Swell the streams, keep them going. This is going to be a long amount of time for this water to be over here. You poor folks. I don't like to always be the bearer of bad news. I want to come on here and see a niceness. As you've seen right here, Fiji, you had according to this access map, you're getting kissed by a tropical cyclone here on Sunday. Well, you're on the date line, so you're probably already in the Monday the 16th when that's occurring. So have you been warned that you're going to have this system right on top of you for days yet? Well, Robert Deutsch is warning you right now, Fiji. Get ready. Get your arcs ready. You ain't got much time to totally prepare for this. You ain't had a big storm like this in a while, and this is a big one. I'll be very surprised if Fiji doesn't beam it coming in to assure, because I very often see it do that. Fiji defends itself with electromagnetic frequency. I get a lot of videos showing what Fiji did with the EMF. Until they took their radar down. Very often is. Met Service Fiji Natty Radar. We'll go right to it. Let's see if we can get the whole Fiji loop. Let's see if it's running. And this area image is unavailable. Technical issues. Okay, so that one's down. Come on, show the whole island. So you just shut them down. They do it all the time. When they're beaming up something coming through to their west or up to here, they shut it down. That's why I went for Natty. I wanted to see what it was doing out to sea. They just shut the radar off, so you don't get it. You get no radar at all when they're doing their geoengineering moves. Not cool? Not cool at all. Mighty straight lanes here pointing at your airport. Beam swath much? Come on, I want the loop. So I'm going to get the Labassa loop, because they're obviously beaming. They ain't going to hide this from me. Fiji Labassa radar loop. Oh, come on. The Fiji labors the people. I gotta be quick. It'll shut it down. Oh, this is the wrong one. Now I want the Labasso loop. Here we go. Let's see what we got down here. Loopy, loopy, loopy. Yeah, you got a wedge pointed straight at it there. Coming from this direction. See? Bzzz. Fiji, Labassa, busted. Beaming. Beaming the traffics. Causing the flaws. Fueling the cam. Causing the problems. Right, so I was wondering what they were doing. Yeah, it would be easy enough to see. They just go over here. So just on the edge over here. Just on the edge. You can't quite see. They're beaming down into here. They're beaming right into here. Causing a flow in this straight to make the cam has to go this way and this. So really, this is a lot of chem bombs going off over you guys. Booming and pluming up the Fiji Islands. And the Draki Radar people weather. When are you going to get honest and tell these people about the geoengineering and the detoxifying of their island that you say you love so much? You say you love the environment? Well, talk about the geoengineering going on and how your radars are fueling storms. Look at the chem bomb there. And we got a wedgie. Then you get the wedge. Boom! Have it, Fiji. Have it, have it, have it, have it. Have some bombs over here too. Just have it. Have just random abominations. Just keep that moisture there. Keep those chemicals in the sky. Get that EMF rolling. Why? Because we let them. Because we manufacture the goods that are sometimes put into these ingredients unknowingly. And some people are doing it knowingly, and shame on you. Shame on you. Oh, my paycheck look good. It's got electrolytes in this whole idiocracy sandwich they're giving us to eat. And guess who rules an idiocracy? Bunch of idiots. Idiocrats. Get the gray alien face being made. Woo! Chem bombs suck, man. They absolutely do. Look at this one over here above Vanuatu. Hey, I'll put it here. I got a Running Man looking one here. I'll bring it back in time. Back in time. Let's see how long they've been chem bombing this area. Something went real big boom, too. Came along in a line, deployed. Came along in a line, deployed. Lines, man. They're doing more lines in the sky than Scarface did in the entire movie. Know what I mean, man? And I want to go to the geoengineer. Fuck you, man. Say hello to my little friend. Our little friend is our logic, our mind, and see what's going on here. You get them laughing at you in the sky. Running all over you like it's on a surfboard. Is somebody taking a final exam for geoengineers? Say, okay, I could do this. Can I get my degree now to go out and poison the freaking lands and the skies and the seas and all the fish and all the fauna and things that are underneath here we have yet to even attempt to understand? Haven't even attempted to understand it. Just wanted to, can we control it? Can we mine it? Can we make money off it? And if that's all that counts in this world is making money off it, I'll be glad when my journey on this planet terminates itself. Because there's got to be more to life than a wallet. Because the wallet is aimed people toward no good. No fucking good. Well, we need to do too much to get the wallet stuff, while other people sit on their asses doing stuff to us that continue their wallet getting fat. That is damn sure no good to the life out here on this reef. It's damn sure no good for the trees in these forests, and it's damn no good for the lifestyle of people. And the dissing of the ease of things is great for it. And Fitzroy Crescent is going to have another washout. But the mud will cover up all the dead bodies of the animals so we don't have to see them. What a fucking shame. I think they should show them all. Let them see what they did. Do what Till did. Let them see. Let them see. It is time to lock the toe so they can't put their hands in ours anymore. They're robbing the store. You hired an employee to represent you and he's robbing the store. Okay? It's time to get rid of them. There's a bunch of thieves in there. Artists. What a fucking shame when I watch this much area of the world absolutely poisoned by man itself, while all the movies out in the theater are telling you to protect all the life and do all the this and that for it, and all I see is man taxifying it. And now you and I listening to this video either. And but we get the blame and we get the bill. And we get the bad health, and so do the animals. Well, you're going to have lots of jobs building new roads. Or will that contract be given off to somebody else and fly them in to put it in while you lock you down again or something idiocy like that? What those planes that came in and stole all the 5G down this way here during lockdown. Flew into G-Line and installed the network while you weren't allowed to be out of your house. Some other countries' workers were. That's a fact. You were locked down. They came in. They installed this network of smart city stuff. And then you hear them pushing smart city agendas. I'm seeing a nefarious plan by baby people that you put in power that were honest have grown dishonest. Well, I damn sure think they are. Trust in the government in the same sentence is an oxymoron. You can't have one with the other. There's always a secret talk to set a policy that you're not a part of. There's always a dinner you ain't invited to and a door that closes in front of you if you complain too loud. Right, we get chem bombs over here going all over Melbourne. You'll have to excuse when people are walking around getting ready to leave for work. They go in front of the modem. But I wasn't going to delay this one. Got a triple shed here. It's a bit blurrier today, see it? All these bombs over here. Kind of going up near Tassie. See, Tassie, if I show you, I can't show this. One person in Tassie keeps asking, why don't you always show Tassie? One person lives in a little town, middle of nowhere. Why don't you show you? I show what needs seeing. You see this EMF here? That's going to pin this down here. You know what I drew this crazy 8? Did you all have a weird plane flying around out here doing loopies? Here's your proof of it. All right? This is how you get a correlation. So go to your flight tracker and have a look. I ain't got time. I could do all that kind of stuff too. I've never been able to find a legal way to use the information, so it turned to be a waste of my time. I'd rather just hand you guys this information, which I don't think is a waste of my time, and it takes a great deal of time to do this with any kind of accuracy. Right now I'm just showing you the chem deployments, so you're just falling out and breathing in the path of this stuff. Hazed all y'all out. Love to see a picture of you pointing west from over here somewhere. And from over here. I want to see the in-between layers of the clouds when the sun's going down. Yeah, the various lightings. Go about 3 minutes apart on your pictures. Landscape them. Ooh, look at the nose. Sniffing Joe. Or is it Warp Speed Doomsday Donald? I don't know which one. I was talking about politicians just aiming at Canberra. Maybe it's bribery, man. Here's some dollars for your hollers and none for anybody else. Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The shadow government's knows. Really, man, you got plumed and plumed. You ready to see it? Great. I've tidied you along long enough. All right, look. I'm going to show you now. I knew this last night. I knew it a bit yesterday afternoon. It troubles me. So I had to turn the internet out. I'm getting very troubled with the imagery being sent to me of the death. All right, I get to see. Because people know I'll describe what's going on. And I see a plan to bring a couple tendrils of moisture in and across here. That are very heavy. That's going to impact these river systems again. I don't even have a pressure reading to go on to determine if that's correct. But they're saying on the 10 days, it's going to get bad. Because if you're going from this to this, you're going to get a smack. Halls Creek is capping it. It's all along the line of this one river. And where does this river all run? All runs right over here. Right to Fitzroy's Crescent. These poor folks, man. I tell you what, it's broke my heart. You'll have to go look in some of the news sites. I just can't look at any more of just how wide this flood is. There is nowhere for the animals to go. So many of them are gone. So many of them beautifully found places to go. Kangas are very resilient, you know. How many had some in their carport looking area outside their house? You can even hear them say, don't spook them, all right, because they don't want them to go. I think I would suggest they put a board down somewhere quiet like, and so the kangas will climb up on that higher porch, and then put them something to eat. Get us something to eat out there. Right? They're very, very stressed, these animals right now. You never know what the fuck is going on. You know, this is their only lifetime. This storm is the lifetime storm for these animals. They're not prepared for this. About like you people. They didn't tell you in time. Well, I'm giving you another warning. Don't be complacent. I'm going to be watching this. This is a scary forecast. It's not in full agreement. But I do see this river is going to get plenty of water. This entire area is slated for inundation. Yeah, you're seeing Queensland. I'll get to you. This is a difficult forecast to do. I'm telling you, it takes a huge toll on me emotionally. I'm too much of an empath to even be doing this, but it's because of an empath that I can. Okay, remember what I told you the other day, McKay? There it is. There's your half meter sitting on top of you. All right, you got a big problem coming. The GTFO of all the low-lying area is imminent. Right, this is a long, sustained rain event. You get that on the fives. And then the big band is coming over from this stuff. Oh, fuck. It's coming over from this tendrils here. That I was working its way through now. It's coming over now. Yours is on its way in this chembam. It's why I'm documenting this line of stuff out here. This is part of the storm that's going to flood out again that area of Queensland. Alrighty. How was my walk? It was 1 foot in front of the other. It was cold. Nice and crisp. The moon was nice. Jesus Christ. Not again. Geoengineering must never be allowed in the hands of corporations or any Homo sapien on this planet. Because look what we're doing to the oceans. Look what we're doing to the creatures on the land. And you're going to have some floating on this. Move your cows. Get the high gates open. Get the lake. Get non-toxic water for them to drink up on the grounds where they can be safe. Yeah, it's time. React. You got 24 hours. React. My God. Even Mimic is showing a huge amount of water coming your way. I was watching a beam. You have to excuse me. It's very important what's going on over here right now. See, there's Labassa beam right there. See how it moves the moisture? This island's guilty as hell. Doing a lot of weather manipulation, and they're forcing it here. I'm watching for beams across the middle here. This is very important, and one through here is going to guide the storm. That's EMF. Let's zoom down a bit. You hear this? I get it at 5 a.m. here. Why do you think I'm up? It's not like you're going to get up and quietly go to work. You sit here and have loud conversations in the kitchen. The new guy with his family that moves in, he ain't going to put up with it. He's going to see I'm not making it up. See that beam coming right through the center? It's bringing a corridor of moisture down here into the Carpentaria area. And it's a lot. It's a whole lot. It also backs this river up, right? With the angle of that, she's going to start to slide. All this moisture from the tropics way up here is going to start to slide down in a corridor from here to here. There's nowhere else for it to go. Yeah, that's a beam swath. You got a big beam swath coming through here, indicative of a ship at sea. You got some heavy action in Antarctica was going on. I could see that on a different feed, so I'll show it to you. I go to domain here, and I'll click like 180 or global. depending on which country I want in the center. If I want Africa in the center, I go that one. And that's what I want. I want to see what this send out. This is how you could tell if something comes in here with a blast, right? Let's say a storm comes through here, right? And it comes out here, then the earth is round. If it came through here and you never seen it again, then that theory carries more weight. But the shape the earth is in, it's in really bad shape, man. Look what they're doing, right? If we figure that out, we'll figure out the rest, right? That's why I don't waste time on it. People say I don't want to look into things or something. No, I've well looked into things. It's just I don't think it's a proper use of my time right now while this is going on over the top of my ocean and my animals. You know, I can argue the hypothetical that doesn't turn the doorknob for me and open it up when I got the groceries. Or I can come out here and show you this on the skies. And that it's also a very triggery topic where people get angry at you if you don't believe what they believe. They don't get angry at me if you don't believe this, you know. I just tell you, that's okay, even if you believe it or not. It could kill you anyhow. So it's a good thing I believe it. Yeah, because I fight this. So it's why I concentrate on this. So you don't get me wrong. Yeah, I have great conversations about it with a few people that don't get triggered. You know, I took a compass with me and 2 different crescents of the known map, as I used to call it. Just to determine circumference, are the islands, everything's located where it's supposed to be on the map. Determine the accuracy of the map itself. And it can determine the map. It's very accurate. Get bored on plane ride. You get a 14-hour hop. It's a great time to do some determinants. Because 1 degree travel time make a difference, you know. What would you do to look at when you was on a flight? And while we do that, all that these chem bombs roll here, these curves, you would look at things like, is the plane nose going up and down? Right? You're going to have to change altitude. If things are straight, you're going to go to a certain altitude, you're going to just do it. Is the wind moving in a direction that's curved? Is it conducive for less money for the airlines? Got a big ego, and we're not so excellent there for you there, Queensland. Things like that. So I'll always do that. Before I take a flight, I'll look at the weather conditions. You know, determine what's the most logical flight path we're going to take that saves money and less chem and this and that. I usually nail it. I also can nail when the turbulence is coming. Oh, I had to blow my nose again. It was horrible. Now I'm looking at this chem bomb here. It's like one that comes along in a line and pops this and that. I like to talk about some of the wildnesses sometimes. But I call Imaginarium what it is. And I'm not imagining fireworks in the skies. I'm showing you visible correlations of it. Even showing that fireworks one I think is an important video. If you want to see how I compare a chem bomb to a firework. I showed you the documents allowing it, right? The SIGI document 111. Page 13, first paragraph, last sentence. Read it, because the stuff that's going to make will make your eyes weep. Something come along and did the zipper, right? Boom, 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 booming up the plumes out here out west, where they're planning to do you again. A lot of EMF in the sky over there. So that'll bring a lot of moisture up. A little less there, so you're going to have a lot of winds through some of these areas today. Some of the winds ripping across that thing was like giving whitecaps, you know, on the Fitzroy River. Yeah, the Kimberly kept it. Yeah, I'm learning a lot of the names and stuff up there now. Maybe one day I get to see it. Look at the head. They're giving you some head up here in Carpentaria area from the chem bombers. All at once. You want to say it's like all at once around the whole edge of the northern territory. Look, both sides. I can understand one side getting it all at once, but the dynamics being the same on both. Yeah, tell me another one. Yeah, sure. 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 Sheesh. All at once, the Pluminazis decide to begin. And Voldemort flips the switch. That dude couldn't even take over a high school. I just saw that on a meme the other day. The mighty curvy bombs there. Curvy bomb, ruining your lawns. This shit'll burn your grass, man. It'll get on your weed if you're growing it. If you care about that, you should care about this. You say, I'm growing organic. Have a little Kim-Bam. What's that added purple in the flame? What's that? I'm feeling really tired today. Perhaps a lithium deployment would help make you tired. Perhaps less oxygen in the air will make you tired. Make you put some extra CO2. Isn't that what dry ice is? Well, they say they spray dry ice in the clouds, and that comes more CO2, cooking the statistic that there's more CO2. And the consuming of the oxygen, when things oxidize, that they're throwing in the skies. Why ain't we breathing right? Why ain't you seeing the sky right? Why ain't you getting any vitamin D? This is why. If your body was a lawn, this is bad shape. It needs like correctness and naturalness and real sunshine. Your terrain is fucked. It's time for you to carve a new future for yourself with your diets and your habits. Because this stuff here is on top of it is terrible. You better keep your kidneys detoxed, very healthy livers. Youngins dropping on basketball courts in the United States. This is breaking my heart. Seeing that something's going on. We have to make sure we have all sorts of healthinesses. And I'm not going to get into that right this moment, or I'm going to start screaming. I told you so. So many of us told you so. We told you so because we love you. Don't hate us now that we're right. And I warn you about these storms because I love y'all. I ain't even met y'all yet. But somebody out here could be solving the future the whole fucking world needs. That they need to stay alive to do it. The one animal out here might have been the one to think the thought, to make somebody think the thought, to think the thought that all this matters. I think every animal needs to think that thought into the thoughts of everybody. As I look at the totals from Mackay, this is breaking my heart. They're saying it's going to be offshore, take a little longer. You're here, you're raining, you're fucked. They ain't telling you. When the whole of the north looks like I have never seen. They're on the fives, right on through to Queensland. I'm so happy they're sparing y'all down here a bit. You're going to get some action. There's no way you're not. Because the remains of that's got to go somewhere. If they keep drying like this, I'm going to get more and more worried about the fire season. Because where's the wood piled up? It's piled up around Woodenbong again. All these places they hit, the woods where it ran, as the most dangerous. And where all that stuff hemmed up on trees, everywhere around all your entire country where the flooding's happened in every state during the last year. This could be the biggest charcoal briquette I ever seen. Welcome to Australia, where what happens when you let your government run rampant over your rights. This is what happens. You believe that 2 sets of stairs breaks that many fucking bones. You're an idiot. And I can't fix stupid. So really don't expect me to take a whole bunch of time explaining that to anybody. As the weather plan that's going to unfold. Doesn't give a fuck about your shit. Does not give a monkey's toss. A straight line of storms for today from here to here. Super duper lightning scoopers just for y'all. Coming along a line in here. Has it been laid yet? Absolutely. Here comes the count. Here comes the line. Flower of death on a very high deck over here being deployed. Look up here. It's very hard to pick out in the white, but you can see it there with the spokes. Another one here. See? That's chem bomb deployment. Use your head. Any of you explosive people should recognize this immediately. You people out there in the mines ought to recognize this. I'm very surprised you didn't pick up on this before I did. You ain't being an idiot hooking up explosives, I'll tell you that, or you won't be doing that job long. See that zipper one looking? Something came along and deployed. I showed you this formation before. It's not just electromagnetic frequencies. Something is being put in the sky to help propagate the waveforms, and various catalysts for heat, cold induction to create the thermals needed to fuel storm dynamics. That's a nudger. Yep, came bombing it away. Came bombing away. Took your blue sky away. Now it's artificial insemination because they took your uterus away. I'm telling you, man, they did something bad. These poor youngins now. Oh my God, what they've done. The parents that are going to watch kids fall don't blame the unjabbed when really it was the jab that did it. You guy with that wants to be a trillionaire, he's got all the money in the world to make commercials to say, I didn't do it. Well, man, you think I ain't going to send a letter to my Tar Heels and tell them I'm going to help you? That's time for, I'd go home just to help the sports team fix this shit. Wouldn't hesitate. I think I could do it on the phone. Or would I get laughed at? If you could actually fix the team and help cure some of the heart attacks, shouldn't you be allowed to try? Since all other methods seem to be not working, isn't it time that we be allowed to talk openly about the things that Grandma taught us how to do, like the mustard plaster for your chest, when you have these type of things, how to make liniments and stuff. We got to put nature back in our bodies, or nature's going to reject us. Shake us off like fleas, man. She shake us off like fleas. As I look at the 3 or 4 bombs coming out of the curve, it is at the end. It's impossible not to see. You can't unsee some things once you see it. And I'll never look out the window and watch my world being killed and keep my mouth shut. If the world was a runaway train, I'd been standing with every stop lever on every car of the train I could find, and all the handles are broken off, and I got little strings. Yep. Sometimes you gotta go outside the train. Put the brakes on yourself. There's always an emergency brake. And well, it's time to put that on. Because this country needs a break from the rains. And I'm going to let this roll for a minute and take a break from talking. Yes, I have coffee pre-made. Have a look. You see where you were. This is where the main actions of today are going on. Really. New Zealand, you're going to get a separate roll. But you got to see here. This is too important. That's the sound of love. Because I love coffee and I love water. I love earth. Coffee's elemental, you know. Yeah, it's got all the elements in it. Earth, air, fire, and water. Right? Earth, you made a bean. Fire, roasted it. Water, boiled it. And I loved it. They said, here you go. Great. What day is it gonna do the turn? So the winds out here are all converging. Right? You see the convergence zone here? It's gonna walk some stuff in and make a fine eddy. Man, the bombs are gonna decide it all. So you'll have to have 3 glitches in to do this today. Are the 3 glitches in? Oh, I was on the wrong day. No, the glitches have to be here. Those glitches must be on. Are they? Are the bitches glitching? You're a mean one with your glitch. The wicked glitch ruined Broom. While people acted fickle, you bent down and took the pickle. From the glitch. Mighty V-shaped here, pointing at a known radar station here, log. Get very good at splitting his storms up. Right, let's roll this faster. Faster. Obey yourself. Be your own master. Master. Be your own master. Cut the puppet strings. Stop, let them play with your things. He can't sleep at night, now he can't see a thing. My God, look at this shit. You bastards. Exploding faster. So get me going. I'm going to have to refresh this. I want to see that plume. I don't want to see it, but I see it, so I got to see it. See? Alright, the Plume Nazis have decided that all the sea life off the coast of Australia that people might have took their whole life saving up to go see needed some chem bombs to cough it. Do they get pneumonia on their gills? Is there, like, is Nemo coughing down there? What about Sebastian the crab under the sea? Yep. And they fry him with the microwave, the fricassee. That's what it's doing, man. It's frying it and turning the ocean into a fricassee. Throw a couple carrots and an onion and garlic in it. Man, you have a big old salty soup. Soak your cabbage. Electrolytes. What an idiocracy, Sky. An idiocracy, if you will. You know, this stuff is coming your way, guys. Here's the chem bomb. It's going to wick up all the moisture from the ocean. Look at this one zooming the opposite direction right here. This is a boss. Right here, you get some going the wrong way. Here comes favorite Clark Charlie. See it? Going the wrong way? 3 of them right there. Delta formation. It almost looked like, mercy sakes alive, we got us a chem bomb. Chem bombs. We got too many chem bombs blocking the moon tonight. We got too many chem bombs. Not a beautiful sunset sight. Fight these frickin' chem bombs with me. We could do it all day. And we're gonna do this shit. Are you gonna take these fucking chem bombs or not be conned today? Don't be a conned boy. Whoop, whoop. Conned boys. Use your head. All I know is, man, protect your trucks. Put them up on blocks. Make sure the engine don't get ruined. Protect those batteries, man. They're coming for them. All they gotta do is stop selling gas. That's it. It's over. We gotta stop them spraying us like fucking bugs. Don't lose your fucking trucks. Rumbling over these roads in between to get places is really gonna loosen up a lot of aggregate so the next batch of comes through really rips the road all to shit. Takes about 3 good floods to totally tear a country all to fuck. So I'm watching now. 1 flood in 100 years is enough to tear up an infrastructure. You've had it nearly now. I'm almost nearly on the 11th month of solid reporting. Nearly every day twice. Of one or other part of your country getting geo-engineering events upon it placed without a town meeting. Hey, anybody in the town meeting? Oh, we're having a meeting tonight. Does anybody want a new bridge over here? Yeah. Well, the only way to get it is to flood everybody out. No. Well, you wanted a new bridge. Here's your oneness. Huh? I bet it'll be a big tall one. Costs a lot of money from the tax. Lots of bonds of your children's future dollars. It used to be $1 million. They asked for. We went, what? And they went for trillions now. And they go, what? What's next? We want unlimited options of this check's renewal. You know, unlimited emergency powers. We come forever. When certain people make money off of that forever. Right? Always remember that. You were not born a fool. Don't die one. Bomb cluster here deploying. 1, 2, 3. These are smalls. And 1, 2, 3. They're hard to pick up in the EMF here. Look. There they are. And they all nucleated a predictable path in a wedge like this, going, chem bombs suck. Chem bombs suck. Right around here and here and here, pinning that there. You see those little light purples? Pulsations. The purple pulsator. What a bunch of dildos. Hereby known as a dill. Don't be a dill. Evidence of a big old square radars down here. Oh, we got the wiki. Oh, God, what a quarter. Nothing's coming up here. You ain't getting nothing. Here radars are on hard. It's only getting that little bit of storm from them chem bombs, but that's it. The only thing that could go on there is if it's sprayed. That might have just gone off because I hadn't run it yet. There's some wicked glitches for you. Are they causing any clouds while that's doing that, Griffin and them? Are we causing any cloud formation down here? Yeah, it's actually causing cloud formation. So therefore your glitch is actually a weather modification tool. That's obvious. Let's see, where was I? I was here. Showing the wicked glitch. Command run. These are hard to run live sometimes. There's a lot of data coming in. I might can get one screen at a time. See him turning. Alright, it might have loaded enough now I can have a look. Tamworth, bzzz, getting Friday Griffith style. Mildora is not so mild in the sky above the boy. If you was flying over here, you'd get some turbulence like fuck. Your drink would go all in your lap. You'd get a few chem bomb floaters going over here. Barnesdale kicking out some lightning. Let's see if we can bust that. That's down here in the corner. Is it a chem bomb? We have to ask. I see that. What does it look like from above? Is what above really blows sometimes. And sometimes it don't. Maybe it'll go quicker like this. Chem bomb Melbourne. Make the sky smell burn. So you had 3 of them going along in a line right here. 1, 2, 3. See the triple there? These are chem bombs. It's a chem bomb storm. See the correlation? Yeah, we always have triangles going by. You're being illuminatized with the big Masonic apron over here. You see the ceremonies yet? You learning? You learning? You got the comedy laughters? You learning yet? You see the symbology in your sky yet? If you don't, I do. Oh, my. Well, I think I've told you the newses of what's a common. I did make a promise to New Zealand. And usually New Zealand I can fit Tassie in at the same time. So let's run your radar and see if they've actually used it. Or they're going to turn it off with the no data zone. Now to see here, folks. I'm going to go right to the rain one. This one's all you need to see, really. It'll tell you what's going on. Very, very windy, as I told you it was going to be. As when this comes ashore, you'd be very conscious of your high tide times along the coastlines of New Zealand there. And Auckland, and you're really going to get a smack. Yeah, so if you're in one of the shops down low, most stuff up in the air, or you're going to lose it. Or block your door when it comes down the streets. Yeah, it's going to be roaring tonight. Roaring up in the far north of New Zealand. Roaring across the center. And then it's going to move a bit inland and then do a weirdness. Right? I'll show you the weirdness. Right? She goes in and comes back. She's going to go out and in. Her momentum's going to stall from this line of, can't get past this wind. So it comes here for a brief moment, stalls, and it bumps off like a bumper. Boom. And it moving up will kind of give it a little spin. So it's going to should come across and go out. So I'm agreeing with that. The way it looks. Am I agreeing with the numbers? No. I rarely do. Axis. Gunk. It's getting there. Icon, what the fuck are you thinking? There's your 5s, but then the next 24 hours, Auckland's going to have a hard time. The next 2 days, this is fairly accurate. Then she comes out and around, and the totals across the center will pick up. They say it's not. I say it is. It has to. She's coming across, bouncing off that thing and coming back out to sea. Because all the momentum of the storm pulling is out here. Right? When you look at the satellite, it's all out here. So it has to come in with the center. But there's so much momentum dragging out here. It won't last long. You gotta look at that. Look at the formation here. Under deck. L here and another one there. Geostorms. And right in front of your skies. Geoengineering. Chem bombs suck. Blue sky all day. That's a wonderful thing to hear there, Trudy Ball. Nice to hear somebody has a nice day out. Here is most of the water in the world is right here. You see all these the stripes? It's all here. That's why I said the most of the water in the world was there. I think it's the 180, 180. I need. No, I want the other one. Sorry about that. Sleep in his house has hurt you faint. I did manage a few hours last night. I laid down, I went out. Finally, it's been the first time. See, most of the water in the whole world is right here. If you looked at it by quadrants, one of them to me is a quadrant. Right, these 4 quadrants got more water in it than so many of these other quadrants added together, it seems. And that's getting moved down into Australia. And some of it's getting split off up here. So I'm watching very carefully. The Philippines is going to cap it while they decide, is it going to go here into the Thai Peninsula or not? Remains to be seen. So I'm going to be watching that really, really closely for my brother Andy down there. Got a lot of little pulsations going across Antarctica here. Look, boom, 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 boom. Well, they made a few adjustments. Those little wedges down here. And this is Mimic TPW. I'll pop you a few links. Somebody wanted to be able to do some watchings of their own. So I'll do that for you now. As Mimic. There's set view. Now, so you can take a look for your send. Windy is easy to find. I'll give you world view. And y'all asked for that. All right, let me finish running New Zealand and Tassie's forecast. I need to do the UK's as well. I'm looking for a good site to show me the actual visible satellite, not the CGI'd one. I want to see actual pictures. Actual pictures. You have a high pressure storm. This high pressure bubble in here is creating a lot of volatility. The 14 lines are being right up here. I want to give me more than a date line. What's over here is like they don't think it matters. It does. You can't just cut a pressure map off in one place and not think it ain't got no pressure on the other side of it. That's stupid. Everything is reacting to something else over there. You see the tendril they've done? And they've done a cut. It's been bunched into 3 bunches and can be brought right back in behind this at a curveball. Bam, right in the line. So them separating that usually means they're coming over here with a little water and curve it into the Carpentaria area or bring it right across the Peninsula so it can piss it down on you. Yeah, over here in the penis inside Jilla. I can't help it. I'm trying to cheer myself up. It's got to work one of these days. But if it cheers you up while I try, I'll do it. Oh, yeah, a little sweaty. Who said you didn't get nothing down that corner? It's getting some down. Only over the lakes. That's an unusual sweat. So you will have some action on the 17th. As the new high comes in to dominate again. If this high stays parked a little bit north, it's going to change all the dynamics of your storm, and it's going to start bringing winter shit up. Has to. That's turning like that. That's turning like that. But it'll turn a little faster because this one next to it's doing a turn. And bowling ball that shit. And the friction line here is going to really be volatile. But the radars here, see, you ain't volatile for nothing. Because we done put a heated wall up here. You ain't getting past. Right? Only corridor for flow is through the mountain passes around Penrith and all that, through the mountains up here. Because the Tamworth wall is on. The wall is on. It looks like a bunch of chem bombs all around it. The radar's returning them. In other words, an echo is a radar return around Tamworth. What's that around here? If you expect me to know all your cities off the top of my head, I want to see you do it who lives there first. All right, Tamworth. You're getting chem bombed. So it'll be a low deck deployment too. Because I'm not picking up nothing but the fuzz. See the circle around it? See the square edge? That must be it here. Look, it's casting it over here. Doesn't mean it has to be aimed straight above itself. Scalar, a square there. A nudger. The fudge nudger. Right, and with that said, if you find my forecasts and my work of value, you may support my work by buying some jewelry, which you can contact me or somebody who knows me. Or you can do so directly at paypal.me/Robert Deutsch. I know there's some people going around the trucker community collecting 50 cents. No more. As I said, if I had 50 cents from every one of those trucks I saved, I could pay my rent for 3 years and hop on a plane and come into Australia and help you in person. Yeah, 50 cents. Put your 50 cents in. Mighty square looking, huh? When the geoengineers are around. The only thing that's going around are a bunch of lies. The only thing around here is an EMF blasting on top deck, gone from a radar, a pulse. But the chem is all fucking made it so you have a bad day. What a shame. So yeah, it doesn't look good for you guys coming up. So we're going to take one last quick look at the north. Because this is a more imminent danger coming. So let's have a look at your day-to-day now. Alright, let's go up here. Low deck, high deck. See the difference in those colors? This one I actually looked and did to check the representations of the colors. Look at this deployment here where my middle finger is. Bzz. Boom! See the flower of death showing right there. Lots of plumes coming in. Seems to be riding not faster than the low deck is. Low deck keeps popping off shells like this one here where my middle finger is. And it definitely reacts with what's above it all the time. If I blow up one here, it always affects the top deck of cloud. As I move along, you see the triple deployment right here, going up all on its own with the shadow of the 3 plumes that had happened were very visible at that time of day when this image was done. Don't it look almost like smoke from a fireworks show? And an R going by. And we just use up old stock. They don't give us the ones we want. Yeah, throw some fireworks up there. We'll just buy anything you got. And they just throwing them up there. Maybe it is random. All I know is I know what my eyeballs see. And Earth is priceless. It isn't a prize. It's not a... It's a birthright that you're here. And you should treat your birthrights appropriately. You poor folks. The infrared's got some very heavy cells blown up over here. Watch. These are dangerous lightning cells. Most of them are pluming to the west because the flow is holding off. But as soon as they hit an EMF wall over here, they'll have nowhere to go, so they'll start growing in that direction or spreading. So heads up, Karen. She's coming your way. And all these towns along here, I told you the other day, your totals were going to be super high over the next week, right? As I look in on this spot here, over the next 24 hours, you're looking at over 2.5 centimeters of rain. And you a big jump from 2.5. So then you get 6 more centimeters. So you're, right? We're just starting to add up. You know what I mean? You're going to get an inundation with some very, very heavy pockets. Swell the streams and kill the dreams, man. It's what seems to be going on far too much. And this sweat will affect more of this coastline than is being shown. And I think this is a more accurate figure of over the next 5 days. And over the next 10. Get your arcs ready, folks. My God, look what they're doing to us. I can't go on any longer. Stay safe. I'll be on a bit later. Big love. Peace.